दिल से रे दिल से रे दिल से रे दिल से रे
Dil Se, one of the most acclaimed soundtracks by A.R. Rahman. Released on 21st August 1998, the music of Dil Se continues to rule hearts. Celebrating 25 years of Dil Se.
You want to sing with me? This side. 2, 3. Dil se re, dil se re, dil se re, dil se re, dil se re. This side. 3. Dil to aakhir dil hai na.
अजनबी तू भी कभी आवाज दे कहीं से.
That abstractness of this love story with a strange person who has just disappeared. It could be a person, it could be God.
दिल तो आखिर दिल है ना, मीठी सी मुश्किल है ना, पिया पिया.
What if a good girl turns terrorist?
जिनके सर हो इश्क की छाँव,
जिनके सर हो इश्क की छाँव, पाँव के नीचे जन्नत होगी, चल छैया छैया.
पुंजिरी दंजी कुंजी क्यों, हुंदिरी मुत्तोली जिंदी क्यों, मंजनी वरना चुंदरी वावे.
They didn't understand a word, but they felt good about it.
Tracking milestones of an incredible journey spanning 30 years. Rahman Music Sheets. Hi friends, how about finding a top take, a wow factor in this episode? Do watch it till the end to grab this harmonic moment of the day.
चल छैया 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 छैया, चल छैया 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 छैया.
Dil Se arrived in the 51st year of independent India,
सारी इश्क की छाँव, चल छैया छैया.
depicting insurgency in northeastern India. It is the final installment of Mani Ratnam's thematic trilogy.
दिल से रे दिल से रे.
Before Dil Se, narrative of Bombay was weaved around Mumbai blasts of 1993. And Roja found its backdrop in Kashmir.
भारत हमको जान से प्यारा है.
Dil Se, the only film where Shah Rukh Khan worked with Mani Ratnam. Dil Se, the first film when Lata Mangeshkar sang Rahman's composition. Dil Se is also the first film bringing together Gulzar, Rahman and Mani Ratnam to create a stunning soundtrack.
It was at the start of Dil Se, and I was in his studio upstairs and we were working on a few things, and then he called me downstairs and said, I want you to listen to something. And he played this rough thing, which was just, it was just the voice then done with Sukhwinder, and lyric was Sukhwinder's improvisation of a few things and things like that. But it had, as usual, it had just a mukda in it, and it was just fantastic. It was brilliant. And then Gulzar came in to write the song down.
जिनके सर हो इश्क की छाँव.
वो गाना एक फोक सॉन्ग है पंजाब का, वो है बुल्ले शाह का गाना. बड़ तबीबा मैंडी जिंद गई आ, तेरे इश्क नचाया कर थैया थैया कर थैया थैया. तब वो सिचुएशन पर तो ये बोल नहीं आते थे, तो लेकिन वो सही थैया थैया की साउंड बड़ी मज़ेदार थी. उसे रिप्लेस करना था. थैया थैया ता थैया ये सारे बोल डांस के हैं जो इस गाने में सिचुएशन नहीं थी ऐसी. तो मैंने उसे छैया किया. छैया भी बड़ा पुराना लफ्ज़ है, लोगों को अलग सुन के थोड़ी सी हैरत हुई, वरना बांसुरी बाज रही कदम की छैया हमारे फोक सॉन्ग में कब से चला आ रहा है. कृष्ण कदम की छैया में बांसुरी बजाते हैं. तो छैया लफ्ज़ कोई नया नहीं था, छैया से मकसद छाँव का था. तो वो और मुझे उसकी साउंड ज़्यादा अच्छी लगी, थैया से ज़्यादा अच्छी लगी म्यूज़िक में. जिस तरह से ट्यून थी, धुन थी, तो मुझे लगा छैया छैया ज़्यादा रिंग अच्छा करता है. तो तब वो बनाया, जिनके सर हो इश्क की छाँव, पाँव के नीचे जन्नत होगी, चल छैया छैया।
चल छैया 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 छैया, चल छैया 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 छैया।
That abstractness of this love story, you know, of with a strange person who has just disappeared. It could be the fact that it could be a person, it could be God, you know, just opened out the doors for a song of that sort, you know. When we told him that, you know, we're planning to picturize it on a train during a journey, you know, that, you know, just set the rhythm pattern for him and set the tempo for the whole song.
Dil Se won 2 national awards and 6 Filmfare Awards. For Chaiya Chaiya, Gulzar won Filmfare Award for lyrics. Sukhwinder Singh as Best Male Singer. Farah Khan for choreography. And Hold Your Breath, based on votes from 155 countries, BBC World Service rated Chaiya Chaiya amongst top 10 songs of all time.
It has a beat that's very modern. Obviously, Chaiya Chaiya is a repetitive kind of lyric that is easy, like all of Rahman's numbers. When you first hear it, you say, what's that? And then gradually it grows on you and realize, you know, music is ultimate mathematics. It's such fine, such intricate maths. And just as we, in our brain, recognizes the harmony and beauty of nature when we see a flower, and when you look into a flower, it's all so harmonious in its mathematical way. Everything fits together. Music has that same quality.
During conflicts, women become victims of brutality. 25 years ago, Moina or Meghna, the central character of Dil Se, hailed from Assam, caught in the grip of terrorism. A rape victim, when the system failed her, she picked up arms. To play this character, Mani Ratnam chose Manisha Koirala. Understanding its nuances and performing the complex role of a terrorist proved to be quite a challenge for Manisha. Outwardly reserved and shy, her character was internally harassed, hardened, and ready to explode.
I remember during the first meeting itself with Manisha, he had said, Manisha, you're going to be playing a terrorist, but I don't want a typical how you show in cinema, that kind of a terrorist. I want to bring a normal girl, if her circumstances makes her a terrorist, so how would you play that? You know, not like that evil eyes and not with that this thing. What if a good girl turns terrorist? Can you do that? It was very difficult for me to fathom initially, and I thought it was really challenging because it's easier if it's black and white. It's easier to perform because you know, okay, this is the what I have to perform. This is what I have to perform. But when you have to navigate and make it, you know, a little tough, so I kind of said, I can, provided you guide me through the process. And he did, you know, yeah, consistently he was there, and, you know, so, and Dil Se happened. Satrangi is basically 7 stages of love. The thought behind of the song itself was quite philosophical. That whole thing was quite poetic. So I remember all of us, you know, trying to match the song, trying to get it right, and you know, the Mani sir's vision and Rahman sir's music, we actors were trying to get it right.
Ishq par zoor nahi. That kind of thing. So when I said it. But you know, when the song came out, you can see how he has made it sound like I'm not a person who speaks, I'm a singer, but still he made me speak those words, and how dramatic it sounds and how it becomes an important part of the song. How to say these things without my voice cracking, you know what I mean? Those things worried me. Was it within the capacity of my voice, and I had to make sure it doesn't crack. So I had to be very careful when I did all these things. So it's a good feeling after singing for many years. If you're still on your toes in front of a recording mic, if you have to stand on your toes, I think that's a very good thing. I think all through our lives we should stand on our toes when we are doing some work. You know, we cannot be complacent, and we cannot say we've done it all.
Satrangi Re was sung by Sonu Nigam and Kavita Krishnamurti in Hindi. For Tamil and Telugu, Rahman chose Sujata Mohan and Srinivas. Gulzar wrote lyrics in Hindi. Tamil songs were written by Vairamuthu.
The lyricist, Mr. Vairamuthu, great poet, he had written the first phrase. He had written Kanserai ennaruire Kaiserai. We had recorded this, and Rahman, he said, this is not, just keep it ennuire. He said ennuire will be better. Then I said, Yennuire, it had a ring to it which was so magical again. So, for him, poetry is very important, but the sound of that poetry for that particular song is very important. Till he gets that, he will never leave it. Tu hi tu. Rahman always wants a hook where people can remember that and sing. Without the hook, the song is gone. ऐ अजनबी तू भी कभी आवाज दे कहीं से. And then Mani sir and Rahman looked at each other. Let's record this. And we recorded. ऐ अजनबी तू भी कभी आवाज दे कहीं से. ऐ अजनबी तू भी कभी आवाज दे कहीं से. मैं यहाँ टुकड़ों मैं जी रहा हूँ, मैं यहाँ टुकड़ों में जी रहा हूँ, तू कई टुकड़ों में जी रही है. It was more like a ghazal. But when Udit ji came and sang, he's got that huge smile on his face, his voice is so beautiful. Just took it away. So beautiful. मैं यहाँ टुकड़ों में जी रहा हूँ, मैं यहाँ टुकड़ों में जी रहा हूँ, तू कहीं टुकड़ों में जी रही है. ऐ अजनबी तू भी कभी आवाज दे कहीं से. In Dil Se, I was more of a communicator with Gulzar Saab. I had the greatest opportunity to do that because both Mr. Mani Ratnam and Mr. Rahman were like, I don't know whether they even knew a smattering of Hindi then. मुझे तो हिंदी आता है, तो I was so happy doing that role in that movie,
जिया चले जा चले नैनु तले धुआं चले
जिया जले जहाँ जले जिया जले जहाँ जले। लता जी पहली बार रहमान के साथ वो गाना गा रही थी और सिंगर नज़र नहीं आता वहाँ से जहाँ से वो रिकॉर्डिंग करता है। हमारे यहाँ सामने है ना, इशारे से भी बोल देते हैं, इशारे से वो सम भी दे देते हैं, 1 2 3 भी दे देते हैं। और थोड़ी देर में लता जी ने हिंदी में कहा, हिंदी वो समझता भी नहीं था बेचारा उस वक्त। अब तो रहमान हिंदी अच्छी बोलने लग गया, समझने लग गया। तो मैंने कहा हिंदी में मुझसे कहा माइक पे कि सर मैं कोई सामने नज़र नहीं आ रहा है तो मैं किसके लिए गाऊँ, कोई तो कांटेक्ट हो आएगा। मुझे बड़ा ऑकवर्ड लग रहा है कि कोई कांटेक्ट नहीं है जिसके सामने। एंड एक आर्टिस्ट के हिसाब से, फनकार की तरह से वो ठीक लगती है बात कि कोई कांटेक्ट तो सामने हो। आप अकेले तो सुना भी नहीं सकते, नज़्म भी नहीं सुना सकते। तो मैं रहमान को एक्सप्लेन किया तो मैंने कहा एक काम करता हूँ, क्योंकि जहाँ से वो शिफ्ट तो नहीं हो सकता वो दरवाजे का, तो इन बिटवीन एक जगह मैं कहा मैं स्टूल पे यहाँ बैठ जाता हूँ सो दैट शी कैन सी मी एंड यू कैन सी मी टू। तो मैं एक स्टूल लेकर उस दरवाजे के सामने वहाँ पे बैठ गया और वहाँ से शी गॉट सम डायरेक्शन और इस तरह से उन्होंने गाना गाया था लता जी ने।
देखते हैं तन मेरा मन में चुभती है नजर।
Lata Mangeshkar was close to 70 when she sang Jiya Jale. Yet, she sounded young and fresh, expressing the restlessness of its characters.
जानू ना जानू ना जानू ना सकेरी जिया जले जहाँ जले नैनो तले।
For Tamil, the song was sung by S. Janaki.
നെഞ്ചിനിലെ നെഞ്ചിനിലെ ഊഞ്ചല് നാണനയൻ കണ്ണിലെ.
In Telugu, it was K.S. Chitra.
ఇన్నాళ్ళిలా లేదులే నాలో ఏదో అలజడి రేగిందిలే.
But the Malayalam lyrics by Girish Puthanchery were retained in all versions. It proved that music is a language in itself.
Even the Korean song Gangnam Style, same thing happened. They didn't understand a word, but they felt good about it.
Open Gangnam Style.
People get bored with the sameness of even the good things. And sometimes you just need one little flash of offset. And that's what happens when you do you have a great creative team. They adapt to ideas, each other's ideas, and then it mingles, becomes as one. And when that really works out, it's amazing. And that's when unconventional stuff comes in and people kind of celebrate it, I would say. Otherwise, what happens is when a writer writes a script, he says, okay, here's a song. The song's about separation. The song is about, they're going to Switzerland and they're singing this duet. Here, this is done in a disco. So there's preset situations which have worked, so they want to be safe. But when you want to go further, you have to mingle with your team, and then you have to discuss, and then you sometimes have to even change your script to fit something beautiful. So when I do certain films, certain songs stick out because somewhere our team failed to, integrate it well in the movie, and sometimes it's celebrated because it's beautifully integrated.
Dil Se became the first Indian film to enter the top 10 in UK's box office charts. It was a super hit in Japan, but its box office performance in India was rather poor. Yet, in the last 25 years, Dil Se has acquired a cult following. Song by song, with every note, Rahman explores the exuberance and despondence of passion. Dil Se proved to be a blessing and a curse for Rahman. While it became a milestone in Rahman's career, after Dil Se, each of his compositions were measured by the standard of whether it was as good as Dil Se.
challenging is it to do justice to the sound that he creates?
I think as a director, your job is first to tell the story as well as you can. Make sure your characters are within the characters and things like that. And the music is to help you to do that. You can't let the music drag you away in trying to do. It's not a music video where you're trying to do justice only for the music. But having said that, even the music is so fantastic, it's sometimes without you, just as a pure, as a listener, as a fan, you get so attracted to pieces that you feel that you need to do something, extra for it without deviating from the story. So it's constant battle between, just what is required, but also what the music demands.
When Rahman recorded this song for Pukar, he presented a reference to the singer. This song by Lata Mangeshkar had to be sung in the style of Asha Bhosle. This unusual challenge was for Sujata Mohan. She joins us in our next episode. Stay with us.
When a writer writes a script, he says, okay, here's a song. The song's about separation. The song is about, they're going to Switzerland and singing this duet. Here, this is done in a disco. So there's preset situations which have worked, so they want to be safe. But when you want to go further, you have to mingle with your team, and then you have to discuss, and then you sometimes have to even change your script to fit something beautiful.
Do you agree that this indeed was the moment of the day? Is your choice different? Whatever your mind says, write it in the comments section below. We will be waiting. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon and stay entertained.